All right, guys, today I'm discussing dating in Miami versus Colombia, my experience. So guys, if you didn't know, now you do. I moved to Miami not even a month ago, and I lived in Colombia for quite some time, actually for about 3 years. So I'm not one of these passport bros who go there for a week and can come on here and be like, oh, Colombian women are perfect. Shut the up. I'm gonna tell you guys the real, all right? I'm gonna give you my experience in Miami so far and my experience in Colombia. I kind of expected what I'm expecting right now in Miami, so I was well prepared for it, opposed to what I experienced in Colombia. I kind of went in like a child in Colombia, expecting glee and harmony and everything to be perfect because I didn't know any better. Now that I'm in Miami, I'm more mature, not expecting so much, but being prepared for everything, and I'm having a lot of success. All right, so I'm gonna explain to you guys exactly the pros and cons of each place so you understand my personal belief on how dating is like in these places. So let's jump right into it, guys. First, guys, we're gonna talk about the Miami pros. Number one, diversity. I feel like Miami, even though it has a lot of Latin influence, it's still very, very diverse. There's white girls here, black girls here, Europeans. And because it's a destination hub, there's a lot of people from all walks of life constantly visiting. So I feel like one thing I've noticed a lot about Miami is you can meet somebody from anywhere. Girls from the Midwest, girls from Europe, girls from Latin America. Girls are always coming to Miami to visit. It's like a melting pot. That's very, very interesting and unique to me. Because in Colombia, even though the girls are beautiful, it's one type of girl. And to me, even though that seems like it's a perfect, amazing, that can get very, very boring. And I feel like I like diversity, I like variety. And I think it's like, what do I want today? Do I want to deal with a girl from Europe? Do I want to deal with a girl from America? Like, I feel like in Miami, you get to choose. You want to deal with a Cuban chick or you want to deal with a chick from Israel? Whatever you want, you can find. Diversity is real here. All walks of life, different types of people, you can meet them here. Number two, safety. In Miami, guys, I feel a lot safer. I could wear nicer things without the feeling of being robbed or drugged. And it's just something that, people try to like gloss all over, but it's honestly true. I don't think Colombia is unsafe, but it can be, just like any place. Miami can be unsafe too. But I feel like Colombia, especially the city I was in, Medellin, was getting to the point where you gotta be like, I can't wear nothing nice or I'm gonna get robbed. Very few, like actually, right before I left, several instances of men being drugged, being robbed, being killed because of jewelry. I never talked about this before, but I actually knew a guy that went to my gym in Medellin that got drugged and killed. He actually followed me on Instagram. He was a cool dude. Right? He's just an American dude, wanted some ass, and he got drugged and killed. I ain't know this motherfucker, so I'm not like making this shit up thinking, oh, I'm telling you from somebody I actually knew. I'm like, bro, this dude got drugged because he invited a girl over on a date or whatever and got drugged. I'm just like, holy shit. Like, I don't want to get drugged. I don't want to get robbed for wearing nice shit. Does this mean that the entire city is unsafe? No. Because a lot of foreigners make the fucking mistake of going there thinking they're ballers and they could do whatever they want to, and they end up being like a sore thumb. You stick out. So foreigners have a lot to do with it as well. You ain't getting no hoes in Miami. How the hell you think you finna go to Colombia and get hoes? Come on, get the fuck out of here. I don't want this video to seem like I'm blaming Colombia. I'm just telling you the truth because I'm gonna give responsibility to everybody. Yes, there's a lot of bad shit that can happen there, but I'm not gonna sit up here and act like these idiots who are going there don't do dumb shit to put themselves in trouble. But in general, in Miami, I feel safe. In America, I can carry a firearm. I feel very safe when I know I can protect myself. I'm not a Colombian citizen, so I can't have a firearm. Firearms not even permitted in the country. But here in Miami, I could carry a firearm. I feel protected, bro. Worst come to worst, I know I have a shot to defend myself against the bad guys. And that's super, super important to me, especially as a man trying to be super successful. That's something that shouldn't go underlooked. Right, people talk shit about America is, but bro, the rights and privileges you have as being an American, bro, are second to none, bro. I'm telling you, man. And I was one of the ones, screw America. But I missed that shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, bro, I can have the freedom to do what I want to do, be safe. Like, yes, there's a lot of negative things in America, but you still have a lot of rights that you don't even realize are your rights till you go somewhere else. A lot of the shit that motherfuckers in America don't take advantage of or gloss all over, you go to another country like, wait, I can't do what? The third pro about Miami is the language connection. I feel like now I can seduce way better. Guys, you motherfuckers were impressed with my skills in Colombia. Yes, I'm somebody who learned Spanish fluently, but bro, I'm letting you know right now, it ain't been difficult in Miami. I don't give a fuck what nobody telling y'all. Motherfuckers making Miami seem like some impossible task. Yes, the girls are hypergamous. Yes, the girls want bread, but bro, let's not act like I'm not FITXTALKS. Come on now. So you add me also having the language, the slang, to know how to twist your words. You know how to you can't quite do that in a second language. Nah, man, I'm like, what? Well, like a spit game, not where I have to think about what to say and how to say. Cause I'm gonna be honest, I was told several times that I sounded different when I spoke Spanish. I sounded a lot more softer and more calmer and friendlier. So even though I had a lot of success in Colombia, now I can keep that masculine frame even more because I know what the fuck to say. You know what I'm saying? It makes it easier for me, though. I'm not gonna cap. Number 4, date locations. Miami, obviously, guys, has a lot of options, bro. I purposely put myself with incredible logistics here in Miami, a lot of things to do. I don't have to walk anywhere. Bro, I'm telling y'all, from my crib, 50 date spots within 3 minutes of my crib. 3 minutes, walk. I don't gotta go nowhere. I'm the central hub. So this is so powerful. Even when girls are come down, right, to maybe see me, they're used to coming in this area to do fun shit. And I'm right around. Having a lot of date spots makes my life so much easier. If I wanna go on a date, if I wanna go do this, it's super fun. There's super nice restaurants. When I'm dating a girl, they're next to me. I can go bowling next door. You guys probably can't see it behind me, but literally behind me is a top golf spot. Is the mall. It's so much shit to do. I don't gotta go nowhere. And that makes it so much easier. Opposed to in Colombia, you have to go to like a specific mall. There's things to do, but it ain't like in the masses, right? Got way more options in terms of dating locations. Now let's talk about the Miami cons. All right, let's talk about it. Number 1, competition. They said Miami is perceived as being impossible, right? Dating wise. And that can be true. The competition is tough. In my opinion, bro, you gotta be a multi 6-figure, 7-figure, 8-figure earner to enjoy Miami. I don't think that I'm even close to the top echelon here. I literally feel poor. As much as I've worked hard to make myself, to create some things for myself, I'm doing all right. But man, I step out my fucking house, my apartment, Lambo, G-Wagon, Rolls. I go to the gym, Rolls Royce. I'm like, holy, what in the world is going on? From my balcony, I see about 50 yachts a day. It's depressing. Literally, I'm like, what in the world is going on? How come? Where's all this money? And you know women are hypergamous. So if a guy got his shit together here, bro, he's crushing it. He's crushing it. Because he could give the lifestyle, he could give the experiences that the women want to live, and he's gonna get a lot of options. And I think if you are not serious about getting bread, don't come. Don't come to Miami. Maybe you could live outside of Miami and come to the area I'm at to come have fun, but you better not come around this area. It's gonna be tough. Right? You gotta be elite, in my opinion. 7-figure, 8-figure earner to really, really enjoy. I say 8-figure earner to really enjoy, to really be a baller. Opposed to like a Colombia, you're making decent money, bro. You could, the nicest restaurants, nicest dates, is all cheap. You're in a third world country. The dollar is worth 4 times their money. You could splurge and act like a baller. Here, I mean, I know people fake being ballers here, but you can't fake a yacht. You see what I'm saying? There's so much you could fake. Number 2, financial expectation. Kind of the competition that goes hand in hand with this, but there's an unspoken rule in Miami that you need to be making a lot of money. This is a con, but I think because I've worked so hard on myself and I preach to you guys to be so well-rounded, I have flipped this to a positive. And I'm gonna explain why a little briefly. But it's a con to most guys because if you're not hustling and trying to make 7-8 figures, women could like dismiss you, bro. They could easily dismiss you because you won't stand out. So for me, how I flipped it is, in Colombia, yes, the girls see you as a foreigner and think you have money, but there's also a perception that you are weird. I think that became more of the popularity, right? I think in Colombia, maybe a while back, like 5-10 years ago, maybe like 10 years ago, foreigners were looked at with more like amazement and admiration. Now I think, honestly, because a lot of the dudes are going there are weird. I can't even blame the girls there. Like, them dudes that be going there are fucking weirdos. So they look at you like, damn, he can't get girls in this country, so he come here trying to get it for cheaper. So now I don't have that stigma. Now girls are seeing me like, oh damn, he must be really doing well. They're not looking at me as, wait, what's wrong with him? He looked good, but what's wrong with him? I think I had a lot of success in Colombia, but I felt like towards the end, I started to notice that a lot of the foreigners' perception was these are guys who are not successful in their country. And now, since I'm here, I feel like girls are looking at me, how I dress, how I carry myself. He's really doing well. Opposed to something is wrong with him too. He's really doing well, right? So financial expectation is real here. You better be getting to this money. Number 3, party culture. Guys, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Miami is an extreme party culture. There's always something to do. There's a party every night. There's an event. Man, there was this girl that told me the promoters would come get us from like the beach, take us to dinner, and like come fill us in the clubs for free. I'm like, wait. Y'all get fed, free entrance to the clubs, free drinks at the club just for being a woman? That's how big the party culture is here. You know, all these big name clubs, like it's a party scene. They even got a club here that goes like 24 hours, I heard. So be mindful. What I've noticed is a lot of girls are super into the drugs, partying. That is very, very real. And that's not my type of scene. But thankfully for me, I didn't come to Miami looking for love. I was not. That's one thing that is really, really benefiting me here, man, is because when I went to Colombia, I was like, oh, everything is supposed to be perfect. And that was unfair to Colombia in my part. And now I'm coming to Miami more like cautious, like, okay, I know there's gonna be some bullshit. I'm more cautious and I'm doing very well because of it. So I feel like a lot of girls here, man, are super into the party scene. These hoes ain't loyal over here, bro. Better not be looking for no love coming down here. These girls are trying to party. Bro, it's so many girls visiting. I'm telling you, if your chick is coming to Miami, dump her. I said this in the past without living here. Now that I'm living here, if your girl is coming here, dump her. I guarantee you she cheating on you. I'm seeing this shit with my own eyes. So many chicks come here just to party and let loose. They be hitting me up. Yo, you in town? What's up? What you doing tonight? I'm like, damn, I'm going to bed. I ain't going out with y'all. Come to this spot. Come do this. Let's go. I'm like, no, I'm not the one. Not the guy for you. So many chicks come to party and let loose and go to the clubs and go to live and it's not the best crowd of girls. Lastly, transactional relationships. I feel like a lot of relationships here can seem very, very transactional. Miami is a place for like influencers, like I just said, party scene. And I think it can feel like everybody's trying to see what's the best move for them. You got to be really getting to this money over here. So I think people are not really trying to fuck with you unless there's a benefit. So if you're looking for genuine relationships with people, this might not be the crowd because it's an influencer crowd. I won't say they're not friendly, but people are trying to do what's best for them because it's tough out here. I'm not gonna lie. So relationships kind of feel transactional. And that's it for the Miami pros and cons. All right, guys, so now let's fly over to Medellin. Let's talk about the pros of Medellin. Number 1, femininity and leadership. One thing that I cannot deny about Medellin and Colombia in general, that the women are just naturally more feminine and they care about family. All right, that is very, very refreshing, especially in the current climate of dating that we're in, where women are doing what's best for them. So I think a lot of women, they still pride themselves on being super feminine. They want to carry themselves as women. Their image and friends matter. You know what I'm saying? It's you can tell it's a big deal. When you go out in Colombia, girl, like friends, family, that's a huge thing. And that's beautiful. That's a really, really beautiful thing. I think a lot of places might not have that. And it's super fun to watch. Like, damn, these people are really, really into their family. They're really, really into like their culture. It's super, super cool, right? And they're super feminine. They talk like women. They act like women. They carry themselves like women. That's a refreshing thing to have and see, right? Girls ain't there trying to act like dudes. They ain't over there beating their chests. Feminism, well, they ain't doing all that. Number 2, affordability. Everything is cheap. And I think that can go over a lot of people's heads, because that's when the guys come, like I was telling y'all, the weirdos come, right, with their little chump change, acting like they're ballers. I feel like a lot of Americans have mistreated that place, all right? And I feel like guys come there kind of like to exploit the fact that everything is cheap. You know what I'm saying? They're buying properties and shit like that, which is cool, which isn't bringing more money. But you got to understand how the people feel about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Some of the people like, man, you motherfuckers coming over here taking all our shit, dealing with our women and like leaving us astray. Like the guys are going to feel play. You know what I'm saying? But everything is cheap. It's affordable. If you make good money here, in America, you're going to be a king over there. You can go to super nice restaurants. It's cheap, affordable. The quality of life is good. It ain't Miami level, but it's decent for a third world country. And quite frankly, you might not even notice that it's a third world country until like maybe you stay there for a while, when you start to deal with the intricacies of life. If you go on vacation, you can have a really good experience for cheap. Number 3, beauty. Colombian women are the most beautiful women in the world. Like, especially now that I'm in Miami, I'm like, this is not even close. I'm sorry, guys. Colombian women are the most beautiful women in the world. I don't give a what anybody says. You're talking about sheer beauty. I'm telling you, bro. And I wasn't there for no week. I lived there. The most beautiful women in the world. On average, in my opinion, bro, 8s are normal. Like, when I say 8s, I don't mean like Instagram model, makeup everywhere, 8. I'm talking about, bro, these chicks are just, I'm like, what the hell is in the water? Why is the average girl just hot? What I find attractive in women, they got it. Especially that city, Medellin. Bro, I'm sorry, bro. Miami got some beautiful women, but nah, G. Pound for pound, Colombia, Medellin. I didn't really spend that much time in other cities. Show me a place with hotter girls on average. No chance. No chance. Right? And I know there's the cosmetic culture there as well. You know, girls do BBLs and all that. But bro, I'm talking about natural beauty, no makeup, girls are hot. I've not seen that here in Miami. Yes, they got some hot chicks, mixed cultures, diverse, but I ain't walking around saying, what the hell is going on? I'm telling you, bro, it will be times, guys, in Medellin, I'm like, there's no way 90% of the girls in this one avenue are this bad. How can there be this many hot girls in the same room in a random place? It don't make no sense. And I think that helped my game so much. Me spending 3-4 years there has made me so good with women, because now I'm used to being around girls I'm really attracted to. And now I'm in Miami, I'm like, y'all are okay. I'm like, y'all are not that special, right? I think one thing about game that I think is overlooked is being comfortable being around beautiful women. And I think Colombia taught me that. I've not seen any other place like it. And lastly, family values. I kind of alluded to this in the beginning, but I think as a man, especially as a red pill guy, you know what I'm saying? If you want to create a family, you want a woman that has family values. And I think a lot of the women here in Miami, they might not be so close with their family. Family is not a really big thing here. In terms of like the people I'm hanging around with. Colombia really solidifies togetherness. Like, you go out to restaurants, whole family there. I know that happens in America too, but like they really, really fuck with their family. Another thing is most girls lived with their parents up until a while. Relationship wise, you want to be with a woman that has that kind of background, or at least similar to it. You don't want a girl who's just completely withdrawn from her family, because if she loves and cares about her family, guess what she's going to do with your family? She's going to love and care about yours. Like, when a girl doesn't really care about family, she doesn't really want to have a family. This is where you create that divide. I don't think I ever heard a Colombian girl say, I don't want to have a child. How common do you think that is in America? Most American girls don't even want kids. You know what I'm saying? But Colombian girls, like, They want to have a family, couple kids. They want their mom to raise it. They're like, his family is a big deal. I think that's really beautiful. Now, let's talk about Medellin cons. Medellin is the most flakiest city in the world in terms of girls. You have never experienced flakiness. You think American girls are flaky? And I think this is part of the culture. Set plans are not set plans. They just agree to plans. You would set a date with a girl. Yeah, today, tomorrow at such and such time, Friday at 8. Thursday comes, she changing plans. Friday comes, she changing plans. Saturday, this the day of the day, she changing plans. You like, what the hell? Plans are just not concrete. Women will flake on you. They don't give a damn. And I think they're like that with each other. So I think it's a misunderstanding. Guys will go like, damn, these girls are flaky. I think they're like that with each other. They don't set plans with nobody. Like, plans don't mean nothing. Oh, we agreed to meet Thursday at 9. Thursday at 9, both of them could either flake on each other. They both come up with different plans. So flakiness is a huge issue. Concrete plans never work. In my opinion, if you set a date with a Colombian girl, a girl from Medellin, you set one date, you might as well go to bed. Go lay in your bed. Go lay in your bed and go to sleep. If you got plans for Friday night, you got one chick you were supposed to see. You set that damn date on Monday, and that's the only girl you set plans with, you might as well go to bed. Go to sleep, because you're going to need it. You're going to get you some good night's rest, because she probably already made plans with 2 other people, flaked on them, flaked on somebody else the day of the date, wasting your time. It does not mean that every single girl is that flaky, but flakiness is a real thing. Number 2, safety concerns. And guys, I kind of knew about this before going there, but like I said, the mistake I made when I moved to Colombia was I was in like the honeymoon phase. Everything should be perfect. I wasn't like the way I am in Miami now. Like in Miami, I'm expecting me to not like a lot of shit about this place, but I'll live with it. I went into Colombia. This is the best place in the world. Nothing can go wrong. And then when I got disappointed, I got hurt. It hurt my feelings, right? Because I'm like, damn, bro, when you have such high expectations for a place, especially a place you're not from, which was stupid on my part. Like, how foolish am I to go to a third world country and think everything should be perfect, right? Idiot gringo am I, right? But safety concerns are real. You got to be careful. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you, oh, nah, you should not have any safety concerns. And to me, that's a deal breaker now in my point in life, right? Because I'm working to be more successful. I want to be around money. I want to be around successful people. I want to be around people who are doing better than me. I don't want to be in an environment where if I wear a nice watch, the motherfucker might kill me for it. I'm living in Brickell. I'm poor. Man, you got a Rolex? Nobody even cares. Rolex? Damn, you broke boy. Where your AP at? Where your Richard Mille at? In Brickell, where I'm at, you got a Rolex. Girls might think you broke. I'm being that ass serious. Rolex, you're poor. I'm embarrassed. Like I got to get my life together. These motherfuckers over here, I'm like, I don't have a Rolls Royce, an AP, and a fucking boat. What am I doing? I got a lot to work on. You know what I'm saying? But in Colombia, a nice watch, motherfucker, gonna kill you for it. So that's a big difference, bro, especially wherever you are in your life. All right, I'm at the point where I want to be around people who are doing very, very well, people who can push me to do better. It got to the point where I couldn't wear chain and jewelry in public. I will be terrified. I kind of didn't want to really go out to dance and shit because I'm like, man, I'm walking on the street. I can't even really put my swag on. I can't really get fresh because I'm like, who gonna pull over here and try to kill me? So I'm just like, I gotta go to a different place. Number 3, language barrier. Guys, I am fluent in Spanish. There's still certain things that you can never get that full connection with, right? When you speak a different language, you were not born speaking that language. So the tonality, the slang, even though you are very well competent, hablo mucho español, yo hablo español muy bien. That personal connection with a woman, it feels kind of distant because we don't really understand each other on a really, really deep level. You know what I'm saying? A woman can understand me, she can listen to me, she can hear the words coming out of my mouth, I can understand her, but it's like that personal connection where you guys can share a lot of things on a deep level and understand analogies, connotations and shit like that you gloss over in English because it's just part of English. You don't even think about it, deeper meanings and stuff. I don't have that. You don't get that when you speak another language. It's always like you're thinking instead of just talking and flowing and seducing. It's like I have to think about what to say, make sure I'm saying the right things in the right tonality. So, you can learn a language all you want to, but in my opinion, it makes it harder for personal connection. It doesn't make it impossible. You can still have personal connection with a woman. I have personal connections with several girls, but not on a deeper level. Only a girl that speaks English, I believe I can have a deep level of connection with. Number 4, feeling like an outsider. And this is one that I was kind of reluctant to talk about, but I'm gonna talk about it. Right, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I never spoke about this, but I tried to immerse myself in the culture. I tried to get cool with people there. Cause like I said, I came there with open arms. And one thing I did miss about America was the fact that people don't pretend to like you so much in America. I feel like in Miami, things are transactional, right? Meaning people are not gonna fuck with you unless you could do some shit for them. I felt like to a certain extent in Colombia, it was the opposite. Maybe it's just the city I was in, because I don't want to be unfair and say, oh, all of Colombia. The city I was in, and this is just my personal experience. Maybe somebody else has a personal experience that's totally different and they can attest to it. But my personal experience in Medellin, when I tried to immerse myself, especially with the guys, I felt like a level of disdain. I felt like they didn't really fuck with me, but they were pretending to fuck with me just to get to know me so they can go talk about me. I was a personal trainer there, guys, for my first few years. And I like invited guys to come do shit with me. Like they will flake on me. Like I said, it's probably part of the culture. I feel like in America, Americans are kind of more standoffish with you in the beginning, but when they really fuck with you, they really fuck with you. All right, I'm American, bro. Like I feel like that's something that I really appreciate about America. I feel like Americans won't go out of our way to pretend like we like you. We might be cordial. We might be greetings. Have a nice day. Oh, what's up? But Americans ain't gonna like act like we fuck with you. And some people might still do it in America, but I feel like I can have a more genuine relationship in America than I experienced in Colombia. I feel like I always felt like an outsider. I always felt like I didn't belong. I always felt like the guys didn't really fuck with me. I tried, bro. I tried to be friends. And it got to the point where after my experience as a personal trainer, seeing how those guys were like, I was like so open to like getting to know them and get cool with them and like share my personality and learn about theirs. And they all seemed perfect in the beginning. But then I realized like they would be like talking about me behind my back, or like I would try to like get cool with them and they would like treat me like an outsider when girls came around. That's the one thing that really kind of hurt me the most. It's like when I thought we were kind of cool, and then when the girls got around, especially with the personal trainers, they would treat me like I was, oh, we don't really fuck with you like that. It was kind of like a defense mechanism. They like fucked with me, but they didn't want to seem close in front of the girls in fears that the girls will also fuck with me. You guys get what I'm saying? And then girls that come around there, you could sense the change in behavior of the dudes. And like I experienced that not just with personal trainers. I experienced that with all my interactions with men there. It felt like they were really, really protective of their girls. I can't blame them. Them girls are fucking beautiful. It's like, I don't know what that was. I don't know. Maybe it was just me. Maybe I'm the fuck up here. Maybe I did something wrong, guys. I don't know. But that was my experience. So that's my take on Miami versus Medellin. Both places have their charms. Both places have their good and bad. Like I said, guys, I'm transparent. I'm gonna call it how it is. It's not my first time in Miami. I've come to Miami plenty of times before I moved here. So I had a good idea of what Miami was gonna be like, and I'm experiencing exactly what I expected. All right, everything I've told you guys about Miami is exactly what I'm like. Now it's like I came in Miami with lower expectations and a bigger guard, and like what I'm experiencing is matching up. I'd love to hear what you guys think, maybe some of your experiences, if you share the same sentiment as mine or not. It just is my experiences. I love Colombia. I love Medellin. I think that was a great experience for me. It helped shape my life in a very great way. And I think I'm gonna love Miami too. All right. But this time I'm gonna have lower expectations and not be so naive. All right. And that's it, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video. I'll get back with you guys next time.